What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Talking Elite Fitness. I, of course, am Sean Woodland, joined as always by Lauren Khalil. Lauren, what's up?
Not too much. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. And featuring Tommy Marquez. Tommy, how are you?
I am great. I can smell a late dinner cooking in the background, so I cannot
Ooh.
wait to dig in.
And you've
What
had
is
a late
it?
dinner because you have been digging in out on your property.
I have my
Work.
hands. I'm getting some non-pull-up bar calluses.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
I got a new callus shaver, by the way. My God, I didn't realize like how dull the one I was using was. It's like a butter knife. I got this new
Oh,
one. It's like, oh man, that makes a difference.
you kind of have to be careful with the new ones, right? Like you accidentally
Oh,
cut too deep.
you could.
Oh, I've definitely seared my hand before.
Yeah, you can definitely. I was like, oh man, that is not what I remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we are going to do buy or sell for the women's side of the CrossFit Games with Alex Gazan, who will be joining us here in a little bit. And we are also going to just run down some quick headlines, stuff that happened before we get into that. But before we start, want to thank our sponsor, one of our sponsors for today, and that is Thirdzy and their Rest and Recovery Collagen. You know, I can talk about this stuff till the cows come home, just like CrossFit, because it
Hmm.
works. It's great. It's made by awesome people, and we are really happy to have them on board with us. Thirdzy is a rest and recovery collagen that you take before bed. It is non-drowsy. It doesn't have any melatonin in it, so it is not habit forming. You could take it in the day if you wanted to, and you're not going to just like conk out, right? Because it just helps
Relax.
calm your nervous system. You're just going to relax a little bit. You're not just going to be like, like some medicines that they make the cup out of plastic because the second you take it, it falls from your hand and you don't want it to shatter on the bathroom floor as you collapse. Like that's not going to happen. You're just going to feel ready to sleep. It's got GABA, L-theanine, magnesium, ingredients that are designed to help calm your central nervous system so you get to sleep faster. You stay asleep longer and you get more out of the sleep that you get. I woke up to go to the 5 a.m. CrossFit class
Mm.
this morning. Did Holly Man, by the way, hero workout. Went pretty well.
Yeah.
Up at like 3:55 a.m. Okay. I got about 5 hours of sleep, but I got 5 good hours of sleep thanks to my Thirdzy. And I felt really good in the gym. And here we are 14 hours later. I'm still going, feeling good. So Thirdzy's awesome. Check them out at thirdzy.com. Use the code TEF, and you're going to save 20% on their rest and recovery collagen. And you, my friend, yes, you are going to sleep and recover better. Thirdzy.com. The code is TEF. Yes, Tommy.
And through the games,
That's
every
right.
purchase, a portion goes directly to supporting the athlete fund that we partner with Thirdzy to support. That athlete is Lydia Fish, so you can have a hand in helping Lydia's rookie appearance at the CrossFit Games and her dream of being a Games athlete come true, and support her financially through every purchase at Thirdzy using the code TEF through the games.
Good point. And that reminds me, somebody commented, I wish I knew who it was, but it was brilliant. And we talked about what her cheering section should be called. And this
Oh
person
yeah.
suggested the fish tank because she's with,
Training think tank.
right? I was
That's
like,
amazing. The fish tank. I
fish tank.
love that.
Get those t-shirts printed now. I
So
don't,
good.
I
Hurry.
don't wait. Okay. Let's get into some headlines. We'll start with Brooke Wells. This is
Wow.
it. Retiring. Had a hell of a career.
Yeah.
So
It's 10 years at the CrossFit Games.
man, I can't like, this is how I know I'm getting old is like, I can't believe it's been 10 years since she first competed.
Mhm.
That doesn't seem. I still see her and think, "Oh, this is your 5th appearance. This is your," like, that's what it
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah, I mean, well, because she's only 29. She made the games at 19.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I remember the moment that everyone was like, "Oh, this girl's for real." We had regionals Randy, and she basically crushed it in the Central Regional and kind of cruised her way to a games appearance, and the kind of rest was history for her. Uh, yeah, I mean, just she's been one of the faces of the sport for the
Mhm.
last decade. She's been one of the most popular athletes. Um, she has inspired a ton of women to compete and has brought her own like kind of panache, I think, if you will, to being a high level athlete and being a games athlete. And yeah, it's going to be a bummer not having her at the games.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we'll
It's
talk
like,
about her in a little bit with Alex as well.
Yeah,
well,
I
it's
will
just
say,
like this turning point of I mean, Sean, you say that you feel old, but I feel like now we're getting to that point where there's so many new names in the sport and those familiar faces like the daughters, Brooke, Cole, it's all of those athletes that we just expect to see at the games are now hanging up their Metcons or the while on Earths for Brooke.
Yeah, no,
That
for
it's
sure.
the changing of the tide.
I will say this. Uh, so back when we were at CrossFit, Brooke came up to the office to shoot some videos and do some, media work with us at HQ. And I remember she was training, and uh, we had I think we had done an interview with her for the update show, and she went in to hit a training session at the HQ gym. And I was walking out to go get lunch that day because I didn't bring lunch, and I was driving to Scotts Valley Market, if you remember, the local market that was a good lunch option for all of us there, and um, kind of waved hi, chatted. I'm like, "Hey, you good? Do you need anything? I know you're here. You probably yeah, I don't know if she had a car uh, with her at the time." And it's like, "Do you need anything? I'm going to the grocery store, actually go to the market to get lunch." And she's like, "Oh, I don't have any like food with me. Is it okay if I hop in with you?" And I was like, "Sure." So she hops in the car with me, and we drove to grab lunch at the market, and just had just a genuinely pleasant experience with her. And just I think for a moment she was able to kind of put her guard down, because I think as a young woman in the sport, sometimes when you that like fame and attention comes to you very quickly, it can cause some people to become a little bit more guarded, right? Because you have the goods and bads of being a public figure online. And it was just this nice moment. Like we kind of chat about life, chat about training, chat about, nothing related to CrossFit, and go get lunch. And she was just couldn't speak more highly of her in those moments. And just from then on out, it was always like this very nice interaction with her. And yeah, I don't know. I was always rooting for her after that.
Yeah. All right. Next thing we want to talk about with the game. So congratulations to Brooke. Hell of a career, great person,
Mhm.
and looking forward to seeing her compete one final time in Albany. One rep max back squat and
Oh,
a little bit of something something on the line too. I think that's gonna
Mm.
special.
the one rep max events, depending on how they're done, are always fun to watch. And they tend to start a little slow and then build to this like really cool crescendo. You know, and I think CrossFit posted something on their Instagram account recently. It was the Tia Toomey versus, it was 2019. It was Tia
Mhm.
versus Amanda when they were doing the one
Oh,
rep.
yeah.
Like that was
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah.
Took a little while to get there, but depending on how this is laid out, I think it could be really cool. But now the fact that there's some additional prize money on the line, going to make it a little more fun to watch, I think.
Oh yeah.
What's
I
so
Not
mean,
bad at all.
explain the incentive here?
Lou Xiao Jun, if you're not familiar with the name, Lou is one of the arguably the greatest weightlifters of all time. I want to say he was 77 kilo lifter for China. He's you've definitely seen highlight videos of him lifting. He was
Mhm.
one of the guys that would squat jerk everything and just had an insane amount of mobility. And he started his own weightlifting company. They make weightlifting shoes. They've become an official partner of the CrossFit Games this year. If you wear Lu Xiaojun shoes for the event, there's a prize incentive. If you perform well and win or podium the event, there's also an additional prize money bonus. I actually think this is a brilliant idea for CrossFit to
Mhm.
activate on their sponsorships and partners at the games. Uh, yeah, it's and so hey, if you already wear Lose or if you want to, we saw something similar with certain incentives from Reebok back in the day for people wearing those. I know there are other like sponsorship elements for people with shoes and apparel specifically for the games from other companies as well. So I think this is a continuation of that. And for if you're Lu Jun, what a brilliant way to where if
Oh,
a
it's
bunch of
great.
people take you up, especially someone like in an event for like the one rep max box squat, where I think we can see some outlier athletes who maybe won't be the best in some of the other areas do really well here. You get a bunch of photos and video of them, lifting back squatting, 500 plus pounds in your shoes.
Not bad.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
look, and most CrossFitters have a shoe collection that would rival like a Mel DeMarcos, so like they're going to go out and probably buy some of these. They're
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna move some product in this event. Like it's gonna. So that's
I
it's a smart
Because the teams are doing it too.
it's a great
Mhm.
marketing move. I love it, and I love the fact that there's a little bit extra. It's like at the Mayhem Classic when Rich put some of his own money on the line. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, damn."
Yeah.
Okay, or like it's I remember when was it when Matt Fraser was in Dubai and he's like, they're offering there's a great clip of him, and I can't remember what
Oh, it's
documentary.
2019 Buttery
Yeah,
Bros documentary of Dubai.
out.
Yeah, guess who's blacking
Yeah,
out? Or when they basically
absurd amount.
they made the final event worth $30,000, I
Ooh,
think. Yeah.
man,
Oh, I'll have to go back and watch that.
yeah.
I don't remember that clip.
Yeah. Okay, then the next thing we want to talk about, this happened today. This is the so this is on the
Mhm.
CrossFit Games website. This is delivering on safety commitments for the 2025 CrossFit Games. And let's see, I want to start with it's kind of a summary of everything they've done. So point number one is appointing new head of safety, Wendy Guthrie. That's
Mhm.
something that we've known that's happened in the past. Establishing and activating the CrossFit Games Safety Advisory Board. Um, so what that has done is I'm just going to read the bullet points here. Contributed to the development of the emergency action plan for the games and supported detailed planning for event one at Jennings Landing with a focus on mitigating environmental risks such as heat and humidity, expanding medical team coverage, and strengthening emergency action planning. Great. To tackle specific areas of athlete safety, the board also stood up several focused subcommittees and working groups. The medical working group, the incident database working group, event programming working group, water safety subcommittee, and that's the last one. So you can read through this, it's on the site, but all of this is good. Anything that keeps the athletes safer, that makes the competition better for them. I am all for, you know, this is a win. This is credit to CrossFit for
Yeah.
doing this. And it's good. I mean, like I said, I have
Uh,
nothing bad to say
th
about this.
this
Well,
should be
doing
the
it and
minimum.
also outlining it.
Yeah.
Outlining
Yeah,
it. I th
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
that's the transparency that we keep talking about that we want, and here is proof of what they're doing it, so I agree, Sean. This is
yeah.
Well,
give credit due that I'm happy that they did this.
Agreed.
one, I'll say this should be the minimum standard moving forward. Like this should be keep this going. Like
Mhm.
Yes. Build on
this
this.
should be every single year and continue to build and refine it. The communication element of it I like because another thing that I think where there have been gaps in the past is like, yeah, they'll CrossFit will be like, we have these resources, and athletes were like, we didn't know,
Yeah.
like if you offer these things, communicate them, which this is. So
Mhm.
tip of the cap to that, and they're taking um I guess a more complete approach to it as well. They have two licensed clinical mental health professionals there as well. They have two chaplains. I actually know very well both of the chaplains, um, and I had conversations with them. Before getting involved with the games, I'm like, hey, do you think both of them came up to me and were like, hey, do you think this would be a valuable asset? I was like, absolutely. I know this is what you do, in other sports as well. So why not? So taking these um, multiple angled approach, not just on the physical safety on the floor,
Mhm.
but what happens out of the floor and in between the ears, I think is super important as well. And
Mhm.
I'm happy to see this, and it just keep it going. And
Yeah.
everyone else, and like, and this is not just something involved with CrossFit. Like any event, any organization, like you take this and use this. Part of the communication strategy is also make like you can help us better establish best practices across the industry.
And I think it's important to read number 4 here too, because this outlines a lot what you're talking about. So, point number 4 in this document is enhancing pre-event rehearsals,
Mhm.
communication protocols, and emergency resources. And it reads, this year we are continuing to run pre-event rehearsals and strengthen our protocols to ensure every team member is fully prepared to respond in a coordinated and efficient manner in the event of an incident. Similar to prior years, we will conduct a full on-site rehearsal, bringing together judges, medical staff, event operations personnel, and members of the athlete demonstration team to simulate a realistic game time scenario. We've also embedded a member of the safety advisory board into our on site event testing protocols to enhance oversight and identify potential risks. Great. We've improved communication protocols and resources to ensure athletes and staff have clear, actionable information. And then goes on to talk about some of the briefings. But again, that's a win. That's good stuff. There's nothing bad to say about any of this. So well done, CrossFit.
Yeah, keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else you want to add about that?
No, I think there are I would encourage everyone to read all of it because there's some really good nuggets in there. Whether it's like them partnering with Guidepost in like the compliance and risk management sector, ways that they've kind of bolstered the medical staff on site, partnering with local fire departments, emergency transport ambulances, all of that. Requiring members of their event team to complete courses to, uh, enhance emergency response principles and all that. So it definitely take the time to read and learn.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Without any further ado, then let's get into the main part of our show, and that is buy or sell CrossFit Games Edition with our good friend, Alex Gazan. Let's bring in Alex Gazan. She is a 4-time qualifying athlete to the CrossFit Games, has attended 3 times. I want to give you credit, partial credit for
Thank
this.
you.
How you
Thank
doing?
you.
How's everything going with the getting back to full health?
I'm much better. I feel like I kind of broke through like a plateau like a week ago. So like I'm making faster strides now and on the mend. Yeah.
Good. We are sorry to not be seeing you compete at the CrossFit Games, but I know there are more things in the future. So we'll jump into this, our buy and sell really fast here. But ultimately, what forced you? What was it that made you make the decision that what I need to sit this one out?
I like just know I can't. I mean, maybe by the day the game starts I could, but like I just now, as of like 4 or 5 days ago, like walked without a limp. And like I don't know if I could actually like run.
Mhm.
And then like squatting below parallel, like yesterday was the first day I did like a wall ball. So just like mainly for my health, like I didn't want to show up and do all these things I haven't done before and hurt myself even more. But then there's like more to it. Like Justin and I talked about, like at first I was like totally gung ho about the idea of showing up, and if I got 29th, 30th, like we just smile and wave and enjoy the experience. But he kind of had a good perspective that I appreciate, and it was kind of like we've been working so hard to get to this place, and there's this like almost like invincibility feeling you get as you start to get better and better. And he's like, you don't want to lose that. Like, you don't want to give away this edge that you're like slowly getting. And I didn't even think of that, but I appreciate like that perspective.
Justin Kotler is a smart man.
Yeah.
He knows the biz.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do, Alex, is we wanted to bring you on here because you have some pretty good knowledge of the women's field. You've obviously competed in it for a while, been very good. We do some things called buy or sell and over under as we go to the games. So we're going to pick your brain for one of our over unders. We're going to get to that in a second. But this first one, we'll just kind of go around the horn here. This was one I came up with. This is buy or sell. Tia Toomey will have the title wrapped up. So this, if you buy it, you believe it. If you sell it, you don't.
Okay.
All right. I probably should explain that too.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy like when you play board games. Don't give me the rules because I'm going to do a crap job of explaining them. So just, all right.
Good to know.
First one, Tia Toomey will have the title wrapped up before the start of the final day. I'm just going to say I buy this. I think this is going to be
I buy.
yeah, I think this is going to be a butt whooping.
I buy.
All right. Alex and I both buy this.
And you mean by like Sunday morning, the last day starts and she's good.
She's wrapped up. She could literally just take the floor, get minimum amount of points, and no one can catch her.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Tommy, you want to go?
It's funny. This happens every time we do buy or sell. I have something in my mind, and then I hear someone else's opinion. I'm like, well, it. I was going to sell this, mainly because really only one occasion. So like you throw 2020 out with it, the ranch and the adjusted format and everything like that. only one time, I believe it was 2021, where she had it wrapped up on the final day. Let's assume somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 scored events across 3 days, three scored events minimum on the final day with a potential for 4. If 400 points are on the board, if they zero out the points table for last place, that would mean she'd have to have about a 300 to 400 point lead going into the final day.
I think she could have 300. If it's 400, maybe I'd sell, but if it's 3, I think she can.
I agree.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere because, we do have the, situation like last season where you have a 2-for-1 event and 200 points being up for grabs.
So
And
I think then we need to, like, for the sake of this question, like, decide, like, is it 3 or 400? And then you can make your choice. Then we can make our choice.
Sean's
how
the
many
dad.
events?
We should have just had Alex make
No,
all of the questions and
care.
rules.
I don't care what it is. I think she has it wrapped up.
I'm just gonna sell it. I'm just gonna sell it.
Let me sell, Lauren.
I think she'll have, 200, high 200s, close to 300, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell it because of the condensed format and because I think there's going to be less than 10 events.
Okay.
So
That's
less
exactly
points.
why I'm buying it.
Ooh.
Okay. Did I ruin the argument?
No, you didn't. So go ahead, Alex.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, so if it is 300, I'm going to go off the fact that it's like 300.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave said multiple times that it's like just CrossFit. And like we did see the back squat event, but like knowing Dave and the way he programs, like I don't think there's going to be something kooky where like in 22 she got out because she messed up her single under. Like I don't think there's going to be stuff like that. And like people can say what they want, but she would not accept her invite to the games if she didn't think she was going to go and
For sure.
dominate.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think it has anything to do with her fitness on me selling. I think it has to do with the fact that I think the field is a little bit different this year, and I think there's a lot of, we'll say relative inexperience. We're saying 2-ish games or fewer from the field, and so I think that leans heavily on some athletes who have been there before in terms of like the upper echelons, top 10s, top 5s, for some of the classic CrossFit stuff, if that's the case. So I just don't know if there's going to be enough newcomers jumping up, and maybe that's foreshadowing for this show. Enough newcomers getting in between Tia and some of the regulars, I think.
But
Agreed.
yeah, I don't know.
Alex,
though. I
go
also feel
ahead.
like- I mean, maybe like this is just like me being presumptuous, but like there's also a lot of people not at the games that would take points from Tia.
True.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
like not even just
Brandon.
myself, like not just like myself out of it. Like if you look at the past 5 years, like the athletes that aren't there, that like historically maybe have given her a run or two. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the next one. Buy or sell. 6 different women will win an event. I am selling this. Selling the hell out of it.
Ooh. That
Yeah, I don't
basically
want to buy
means
it. I'm with you, Sean.
Yeah. No way. 6.
This was mine, and originally I put it at 5.
Mm-hmm.
You guys would know
And
more stats than me. How many people have won events in the past few years?
So we'll go off last year, for example. And I actually think, for all the issues that were with 2024, there were 10 events, and there were like very high level athletes that ultimately sat out the full weekend. And Tia won 6 events, 6 out of the 10. So there were 5
yeah.
there were 5 athletes total that won events there. Now, granted, that was under very, very different circumstances, and we all hope that is not the case this year as well. So it could be close.
I'm selling.
Yeah.
Did you buy Tommy?
No, I was going to sell this one too. I should have put the line at 5. This is where the odds makers got it wrong, and you just, and some Vegas sharp gets you for all the house money. But I think it kind of goes back to what Alex said. Just some of the people that aren't there that could potentially steal 100 points and have something that just hits their wheelhouse. Because even when it isn't in Tia's wheelhouse, a lot of times she puts other people in her wake, and it's tough. Alex isn't there, to
That's another thing. I
win
mean,
the legless rope climbs and the bench press and all the fitness that she's got. So
Thanks.
yeah, I think it's going to be way under 6.
Yeah.
You think 2, Sean?
I mean, I'd put the over under at 2.5.
I think there might be someone that wins the back squat over her.
Yes, that would be the one. But I think this is the closest thing we're going to have to a sweep than we've ever seen in the games, especially if there's 2
Yeah.
events, like Lauren said. Like, I just don't. And if, like you said, if Dave is true to his word and this is just CrossFit, I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
So,
it's going to be tough to beat 2021 for Tia. I mean, she won
and look
the
at the
first
field.
3 of she won the first 3 events. The first 6 events, she had 4 event wins, a second and a 6th. And then she closed the weekend with 2 event wins as well. So I think she won like 8 out of the 12.
Mhm.
That's tough.
All right,
Very
next one. Buy or sell. Danielle Brandon will finish on the podium. And since one of my podium picks is joining us and not competing,
Same.
opens this one up a little bit.
Same.
So I'm going to buy this, and let me tell you why. We
Tell
mentioned
us.
this on our last show that the last time Danielle Brandon switched coaches close to the CrossFit Games, she had a career best 4th place finish. Danielle Brandon likes chaos. Danielle Brandon likes to compete angry. I think she's angry, and I think she has chaos, and I think she's going to do it. I think she's finishing on the podium this year.
I'm kind of with you on that. That you pretty much took the words out of my mouth. I also think that assuming that there's obviously like no swim, some of the funkier stuff isn't quite there. There's some classic CrossFit, although I do think Danielle as an athlete does pretty well in some of the outside of the box movements, particularly with the field type event for like the North Park in Madison. Yeah, the back squat could hurt, but it hasn't fully derailed her in the past, and I don't know if the field is as deep this year to capitalize on that.
Okay, agreed.
Yeah.
Lauren, Alex, who wants to go next?
Sorry.
So far, we got 2 picks.
I had to.
That's
Oh no.
You're okay, Lauren.
I could flip a coin and go either way with this, but for the sake of the argument, I am going to sell it.
Oh no. Oh no, we onto that, and oh no, we also just lost Alex. She'll be okay.
A double oh no. We'll let
we
her
got
get
her.
back in, and then she can tell us.
Okay.
Oh, easy peasy.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm
Well,
gonna
well,
sell. I
Huh?
think Ariel Lowen, and I think there's a couple people, but I think Lucy Campbell is going to be on the podium. So I think both of them are going to finish ahead of her.
Wow.
Okay.
So selling.
Bold statement. I like it. Alex, what say you?
Here to be bold.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I feel like there's a few athletes that I'm thinking of that like when they're on and they have everything's lined up for them, they're just so incredible.
Mhm.
And it's kind of just like I don't want to say like luck of the draw, but I think it depends who shows up and just has a great weekend because Danielle's like a podium level athlete, like you saw in 22, and like she's been consistent since. Like she got second, or I think she got second at WFP. Like she's very good. I think it just depends, like kind of what Tommy was saying. The back squat is a little bit like hit or miss. Lucy Campbell's a freak in the best way. Like she's obviously
Yeah.
super fit.
Yeah,
I don't
Love
know.
seeing her back
I-
too.
me too.
This is a hard one.
Right?
I think
It
there are
could go
more
either
I
way.
think there are more X factors that could go either way this year, especially like I look at someone like
Yeah.
Amy Kringle who did great in Indianapolis. It seems like there's a lot of I don't want to say unknowns, but there
Alexis
does seem like there are
Raptis, Haley
Yeah.
a lot more
Adams.
variables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell only because so far the back, like with the back squat, I think that could I think the points are gonna be really close. I think like 2nd through 5th is gonna be or even 6th, 7th is gonna be so close. And I think it's gonna come down to like finishes that if you're not consistent and have one, it might set you
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
All right. So you're selling.
Yeah, I feel bad about it though. I think
Right.
she could.
All right. Next one. Here we go. Buy or sell. Haley Adams will finish inside the top 5. I'll let someone else go first, but I know what I'm going to say on this.
Bye.
You're going to buy it. Ooh, okay. Why?
She's always finished really high at the games. Like she's never like well, I don't know what she got last year, but I'm pretty sure it was within the top 5, was it not?
I think so.
Going to her profile right now.
She was fifth. She was fifth last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good at classic CrossFit. And so if the back squat is like the only strength based event that we see, she's fit. Like she's it like if it's like the Haley that we've seen in the past,
Mhm.
she's always there.
I will say this: Haley has always had a game or fitness that could absorb a hit from a strength based event.
Mhm.
Because she would back it up with something like the bike event a couple of years ago where she would win, or she would outperform what people expect in a medium heavy barbell cycling like First Cut in 2019, where the sub maximal stuff she can just move and she can grind. um 5 individual appearances at the CrossFit Games. 3 of them have been inside the top 5. One of them was a 6th, never lower than 9th when she shows up to the games. She's just someone that does great in the spotlight as well, and I think really relishes the competitive atmosphere at the highest level, even if she's had to take steps back from competition at times. So she's someone that's just very at home on the floor there. So I do think she rises to the occasion. I have her at 5th, so inside the top 5.
All right. So you're buying.
I'm buying.
Damn it. You guys are going to change my mind.
I feel like everyone
Oh,
you've
yeah,
said,
I'm
I'm like, yeah,
buying.
they could be top 5. Like every single person, I'm
No,
like,
that's
yeah,
your
like
point.
they could all be on the podium.
Yep. You start looking at the roster, you go, oh, I forgot about them. And all of a sudden you have 10 people inside the top 5.
Yeah.
You're buying, Lauren?
I'm buying because a happy Haley is a fierce Haley, and she's been looking extra happy every time I see her, every time I talk to her. And I mean, she's one of those athletes that if I saw her in second at the CrossFit Games, I wouldn't bat an eye and be shocked. If I saw her in 5th, I'd be like, also equally as, yeah, I'm not shocked. She's anyone who can finish like in the podium to right outside, depending on how the weekend goes, as Alex was saying, or where the programming plays to her favor. But I think she's always a contender for a top 5 finish.
Yeah, and this kind of speaks to what Alex was saying, right? Like, I feel like there's a lot of people we can kind of envision in a lot of these places, and I think that's only amplified by all the new names or newer names that we're seeing on the leaderboard from the women's side specifically. And uh, it's a little bit more predictable when some of the long tenured athletes are there, and you can kind of pick and go through the leaderboard like, oh, this is good for her, this is good for there, good for there. There are a lot of women on the leaderboard that I think a lot of people would look at and be like, I have no idea how this is for this person.
Yeah.
No disrespect to her whatsoever, but are you going to look at the event announcements and be like, this is in Syria Mayha's wheelhouse?
Mm.
Even though she did so well at the Open and so well at semifinals. So yeah, and I think it adds intrigue too. It adds variability. So
All right. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to sell. I'm going to say she finishes 6th. So I have a little cover there.
Ah.
I made a very compelling argument. I don't know. I just don't think my first reaction was that she wasn't. I'm basing most of this on the fact that 7th of the Mayhem Classic, shorter competition. So I think she'll do better in a longer competition. I don't know how long the game is going to be, but longer than the Mayhem Classic. So I think she would have a chance to be in there. But I think it's going to be close, but not quite.
Mm.
All right. Next one, and then I got to read an ad. Pay the bills. Buy or sell. Alexis Raptis will have a career best finish. Now, her prior
All
best
these questions are the same.
6.
It's like who's gonna be in top 5?
I know. See, that's what makes it fun.
Hey, top 5's what? Hey, that's a benchmark right there in this sport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's podium. That's podium contention.
Everyone gets top 5. Everyone's getting top 5.
Top 5. Congratulations.
You get a top 5. You get a top 5.
I'm going to buy this. I just think the strength of field isn't what it is. I think this is a golden opportunity for her to really show what she's capable of. And again, Alex being not in the field, you're creating a space in that top 5 because I had you solidly in there. Just not trying to suck up to the guests or anything. Just
No, it's okay. I mean, I don't know. I just want to buy it all. They all can be in the top 5.
I want to buy it all.
nice.
Lauren, what say you?
I mean, she was in the leaders jersey in 23.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she was.
Yeah, this is something that I'm buying.
Yeah,
same as Haley. You know, top 5 potential podium.
I want to say she's going to finish 4th.
That would be a best finish.
She's definitely someone that I wouldn't be surprised if in the podium. But you know what? She's finished 6th twice. In honor of
last year
Ozzy
she
Osbourne.
was sick. Last year she had a colitis flare up.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true. Her and that's a good point. Her general colitis issues that she's been dealing with for quite some time is a lot better. In honor of Ozzy Osbourne's passing, I'm going to say she's going to finish 6th for the 3rd time. So
yes,
she's gonna. That leaderboard's going to say 666 for Ozzy. Black
Ozzy.
Sabbath.
There you go.
But
Lauren,
really scientific.
Oh, I said I was buying it. What are you doing, Sean?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm buying this as well.
Oh, okay. Is everybody buying it?
I think I need to hear everyone's actual top 5 so like I can see them like.
Yeah.
I've
already forgotten my top 5. I mean, I can give you my podium, who I think is going to be on the podium. I mean, Tia, obviously, Ariel, and Danielle Brandon. That's my podium.
That's mine.
You said Tia, Ariel, and Brandon?
Yes.
Okay, I said Tia, Ariel, and Lucy Campbell because, you know, I honestly, I think she has the potential for that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Tia, Ariel, Danielle, Amy Kringle, Haley.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. But then again, like, and you mentioned the colitis. The games are such a wild card in terms of like who's actually healthy, who's not. You know, this is where people start playing with the poker cards a little bit closer to the chest. You know,
who's
making sure nobody's peeking. But yeah.
All right, let's. We're gonna just take a quick break. We'll get back to these in a second. Before we do that, I want to thank our other sponsor for today, and that is Balance of Nature. And listen, if you guys are like me, you're pretty good with your nutrition, but the one thing you miss out on, the fruits and the veggies. Well, Balance of Nature has that now solved for you because you can get their whole fruit, whole vegetable supplements along with their fiber and spice supplements. Takes care of you skipping all the veggies because now you can just have it in pill form. They have whole fruits, vegetables, spices, and fibers. Fruit supplement is made of ingredients like whole apple, whole papaya, whole mango, and whole strawberry. The veggie supplement made of ingredients like whole celery, whole spinach, whole cauliflower, and whole shiitake mushroom. And the fiber and spice supplement made of ingredients like whole apple, whole psyllium husk, whole cinnamon, and whole turmeric. Again, couldn't be easier to take. You either mix it up in a shake, you just swallow some capsules, and you've had your veggies for the day. There are 47 ingredients of fruits, vegetables, and spices and fibers. It's super convenient. It helps me stay on track with all of my wellness goals. So if you go to balanceofnature.com, use the code TEF, you're going to save 35% on your first order and get a free tub of the fiber and spice supplement. That's balanceofnature.com. Use the code TEF to save 35% on your first order and get a free tub of the fiber and spice supplement. So big thanks to the folks at Balance of Nature. Big fans of that. Again, convenience because I skip veggies all the time. Guilty as charged. Balance of Nature makes it easy. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program here. We left off. Here we go. Ooh, here's one. Brooke Wells will finish outside the top 10. Buy or sell?
So.
Sell. Okay.
guys, she just announced that this is her last CrossFit Games. She is not going to let that happen. I am selling this because she knows that this is the swan song. It's the last time to get the biz done. It's the last time to shut up the people that chirp, 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 chirp. And she is going to be inside the top 10. There you go.
Retirement announcements always go, or let's say swan songs always go one of two ways for me, in my mind. One, it's extra motivation because this is the last time. The flip side of that, if there's someone that's fully content with their work done in a given sport or profession, they maybe take the competition a little bit less seriously and focus more on the experience and soaking it in those final moments and taking that appreciation and separate themselves from the overall result. Now that can be powerful sometimes, but I will
feel
buy
like
it.
that helps her though. Like that helps athletes is when they have the pressure off.
I think in general, Brooke performs well at the game. She's also someone that I think has gotten maybe a lot of criticism or hate for never quite being a podium athlete. But I think, and this has been part of the discourse for years now because she's been at the games for a decade. People kind of, I don't want to say poo-pooing her performance at the games, despite the fact that she is almost every other year inside the top 10. And
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It is every other year.
yeah,
Just about.
she's on an alternating year system. So, between, 2/5 and 8th, the 6th, she's never been finished outside the top 20. 2021 was the lowest year. And that was, I believe, the year of the injury. So, I think she does. I think she sneaks back inside the top 10 and has a nice send off that's deserving of someone who's been, at the games for 10 years, has grown up in the sport qualifying since she was 19. And I think has inspired a lot of young women to compete as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to buy this because of all the reasons you said, Tommy. I think there's just a piece that comes over people when they know it's it. They just enjoy it. It's not about watching the leaderboard or anything like that. It's about, enjoying the experiences backstage, hanging out with the athletes, making sure you soak that all in. And it becomes less and less about letting the pressure get to you and I've got to perform a certain way. So yeah, I think it's close, but I think it's outside the top 10. So has everyone gone?
I don't know if Alex went.
I think Alex.
I just didn't say a reason. Yeah.
You just said it.
Yeah. I said I'm gonna sell it. I think she'll be in the top 10.
All right. Okay, Alex, this is where we're going to rely on your expertise a little bit. Now you have to set the line here. Okay. So this is an over under the winning 1 rep max back squat weight. What do you think that will be? And then we will say whether we will think it's going to be over that total or under that total.
For the women?
For the women.
350.
350.
Do you know what yours is off the top of your head?
If I'm like in my prime, it's around that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think if you were in your prime and competing at the games that you could win this one? With the field?
I think I could place very well. But Annika, I think of Annika Greer, she's a really good squatter.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole field, but like if someone's a really good squatter, like 350 is a very like strong, like there's gonna be a couple people that could probably hit that. Like I'm sure like if Amanda Barnhart was like competing, like that's a weight she would probably throw around. Christine Collenbrander, like there's people that can hit that weight. So I just don't know if this field, like there might be a few of those. I think between 340 and 350 is gonna be like the winning weight. But I'm gonna go with 350 because that was what my first.
All right, 350.
Okay.
350 and a half. That's the over under.
I feel like that was that too heavy. Maybe
I'm actually gonna go over.
Really?
Okay, I'm saying 350.
I think like Olivia Kerstetter or someone's gonna throw 355 on.
Ooh.
Or 360.
Oh, I forgot about Olivia.
Yeah.
She's strong.
Let's
She'll
use
hit
your line.
350. I think 350. Yeah. I feel secure in my decision now.
All right. So you're saying over under is 350. That's the over under. God. You know what? I'll make this interesting. I'm going to go under. I think fatigue is going to have a little bit of a factor here.
What event is it?
Is it 6?
I had it.
Can I say 340 now?
No, I think 350 is
6?
great.
Okay, yeah. We'll stick with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't.
Event 5.
At 5. Okay, so it is.
But from what we've seen before that, there's no squatting before that.
I'm going under.
So my best double was 330 or 335 for 2, and we just never went for a single. So I'm like that's why I feel like it's doable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going
Especially
under.
with adrenaline, like people are peaked. Yeah.
I mean,
Get the tight knee sleeves on, like everyone's gonna be double knee sleeves.
Can't do that. Not supposed to do that.
What about double belt?
Yeah.
Sorry?
I said, what about a double belt?
Nope.
Yeah, just belts, knee sleeves, all of that.
what about a
Smelling
body
salts.
belt? Yeah.
A body
the,
belt.
the compression suit.
Oh yeah.
I honestly I think 355 will be the winning one. So I'm gonna say over on that.
Lauren, what do you think? And I think
Over
Alex
360.
You're going over. All right, I'm the only one going. I'm probably
Yeah, just gonna be crazy.
Okay.
Depending on where her strength numbers are, Luisa Marquez is a rookie this year. She's also very strong. Could put up a big back squat. Not the tallest athlete, one of the just powerhouse. And I think that in the past has done really well.
No one updates their stats, but we could scroll the CrossFit stats.
Yeah, why would
No, why does nobody do that, Alex?
No,
Alex,
no one does that because that's called intelligence for Dave Castro. Like that's exactly what he wants. He knows where to put. Like you don't give him anything.
that is right for me for almost 15 years, Alex. That hey, people got to update their stats so we can use them.
I did update mine at one point. I just never re-updated it.
Because you saw nobody else was.
Exactly. Don't give him anything. Lie. So.
Lie.
Alex, you got time for one more? You got to go.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. This is the last one. So this is an over-under as well. So we're ending an over-under. 1.5 rookies will finish inside the top 10. Over-under. So it's either going to be 2 or 1. I think it's going to be. I'm going to go.
Okay. Who's I'm trying to think of like rookie. So Anna could be considered a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Qualified before. Yeah. Well.
So I will rattle off the rookies for you right now on the
Thank you.
that I have them right here. Dang it, switched genders. Okay, for rookies for the women, we have Lydia Fish, Mariana Mesa. We have, I believe, Christina Lividatakis. Maybe she qualified once before and couldn't go. Lucy McGonigal, Luisa Marquez, Maria Camila Quintero, and she might have been a 2019 qualifier. Annika Greer, Syria Meha, Miriam von Rohr, and Jennifer Muir.
And you said what's the number for over under?
1.5. So you're saying there's going to be 1 that goes 1 or fewer is under, or 2 or more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
It sounds like an animal.
Trash. Is someone taking out the trash?
The dogs are taking out the trash.
Nice.
Outside. They start to play, but they're so loud.
Dog drama.
Okay, so I'm either saying that 2 or none.
Well,
2 or 1.
2 or 1. 2 or 1. So 2, it's over. 1, you're under. 1 or fewer, you're under.
I think I'm gonna say 1 under.
Yeah, I'm going under too.
Under.
I think it's gonna be a big fat goose egg.
I'm going 1. I think 1.
You're going under too?
We'll sneak in there. I'm gonna go under. I'm going 1.
Okay.
I mean, we had like 10 people in our top 5, so
yeah.
Well, yeah, we have 30 rookies in the top 10. Awesome. Yeah. The new math.
Yeah. I mean, typically speaking, you see around 1 to 2 rookies inside the top 10. It's tough. It's especially with this in this day and age where even, athletes that show up to the games once or twice have a ton of competitive experience behind them. For some reason, I have it in my head and I have to go back and double check, but more often than not, you see men's rookies sneak in that 10th, 9th position. But I mean,
top 10's no joke. Like last year, obviously, like you said, circumstances were crazy, but like I was like scrounging the last day to like weasel my way in there, and like it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 2023, there weren't any rookies in the top 10 for women.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think
So-
it won't be the same in 2025.
Mm.
But we
We'll
should.
repeat.
Yeah. Well, Alex, thanks so much. Before we let you go, when is the next time that we are going to get to see you compete? I mean, will it be World Fitness Project? Will it be, I'm going to assume that there would be a spot for you at the Rogue Invitational. I don't know, but I can't imagine you not getting invited to that. But when do you think the next time we see you on the floor is going to be?
I'm hoping soon. My plan is I'm planning on WFP and then the Tier Cup. And obviously, if Rogue will have me, I will be there. Like, it's an honor to go. And if my leg trends in the direction it's been the past couple weeks, I think I'm almost over the hill.
All right, great.
So
Nice.
Well, good stuff. Well, please give your best to the family. Please tell Justin Kotler we said hi. We love that guy. Big fan. And
yeah, I will.
we're pulling for you. Really want to see you
Yeah,
back.
if you guys are at the games, he'll be there. We're gonna dink around and
Well, I won't be there, but please someone give him a hug for me.
I will. Yeah, no problem.
All right.
We'll see
All right,
you
bye guys.
there.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
Bye.
course.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right. Alex Gazan. What a good sport. That's hard when you're an athlete and you got to compete with these people and you have to say that. So I, have to make some predictions, but I respect the hell out of that. So that was fun.
She's
That's
great.
what it's why you see the further away an athlete gets from competing,
Me off here.
there we go. The spicier their takes get, like as commentators, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But
I'll never forget way back in the day. And you probably were part of this. Remember when we had that media summit and we had the training for kind of our broadcast crew, and there was like a 90-minute discussion on why you shouldn't hug athletes on camera.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Because everyone was so still close to competing. People hadn't been out of the game at all. And they're like, yeah, that was
Because you can look like you're showing favoritism.
exactly. And that was, but they're my friends and I compete with yeah, but do it backstage. I mean, it was literally like something that was going to be like a sort of just a point of, hey, just don't, turned into a gigantic discussion.
And it was this was back when CrossFit was still trying to establish its presence on a network television. So it was like trying to take pointers and I guess common practices from other professional sports. So
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any community support we need to get to before we get going?
I did not have any this week.
Right. I didn't get any either. If you guys have anything you need us to get the word out on, happy to help, happy to do whatever we can to try to get money raised or help sent to certain people who need it. Please hit us up on our Instagram accounts, send it to our official Talking Elite Fitness Instagram account. Please include as many details as you possibly can because we like to get people sent in the right direction. All right, PRs and no reps. 2 weeks out from the games.
Does anybody have any no rep?
I do.
All right, I have my no rep and PR go together.
Okay, what do you guys think about when you're on an airplane and you're in the middle seat and the two people you're next to are clearly there together and then they just talk over you the entire plane ride?
It's kind of weird.
If you want to talk to the person, just take the middle seat.
Well, buy seats together.
Yeah.
You could choose your seats, and they chose. No. You don't. That's right there. Yeah. No, you don't get to. No.
That's my no rep.
No, I can see why that would be annoying.
Yeah. 100%.
For 3 hours.
Oof. God damn, Tommy. No rep.
I'm gonna no rep Mr. Freely and Mr. Martinez, Mr. Rawson, Mr. Clayton, all of my math teachers in high school, because they were right. And I had to use a lot of math this week.
Oh, see, there you go.
Including geometry, some light trigonometry. Yeah, a lot more math this week.
Probably for property stuff, right?
Property stuff, yeah. Home building, setting lines, building retaining walls, setting right angles, all this good stuff. Yeah, they were right, and I poo-pooed it all the time, saying, hey, when am I going to ever use this? And jokes on me. So, and it cost me it cost me 2 hours.
Oh no!
So, All
But
right. Well,
hey,
I'll use my no rep to wrap to my PR. So I'm going to no rep Ozzy Osbourne being taken from us, the Prince of Darkness, but I'm going to PR Ozzy Osbourne for
Yeah.
practically playing his own funeral and then checking out. Like that's metal as hell, man. Being like, I'm going to play this farewell show in front of thousands of people with all these great bands, and then just checks out. Like, and I'm sure, Satan's going, oh, you're here. Good. I can take a break, uh,
Aw.
but he is the godfather of heavy metal. There's not a band out there that has not been directly or indirectly influenced by him. Great human being too. I mean,
Mhm.
he adopted a bulldog who had been abused, and had, like, I respect anybody who does that. So shout out to the Prince of Darkness, man.
hmm
Horns up. Gonna miss you.
absolutely. Man, I have fond memories of listening to Black Sabbath and Ozzy's band with my dad on the way to
Yeah.
sporting events and getting pumped up and everything like that. And yeah, it's one of the most unique characters on planet. Who, if you want to talk about someone who pulled into his final drive away, fishtailing, wheels spinning, car on fire, like in the most metal way possible. That guy lived every inch of his life. That's for sure.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
So,
did. PR, Lauren.
Ooh. Just gonna PR good people. Love good people.
Need more of them.
This is kind of a spinoff from our Q&A. I'm gonna PR like fair outside event food vendors, like the
Oh, yeah.
classics. Because I was at a rodeo this weekend,
Ooh,
the
like funnel
California
cake.
Rodeo. Yeah, the California Rodeo, which is in my hometown,
Famous.
and a good funnel cake is definitely one of them. But like the fair kettle corn, and they make in the gigantic vats, is holy smokes. And even though I mentioned this in Q&A, my parents were like, "Oh, you're going to the rodeo day today? Could you pick us up a bag of kettle corn?" I was like, "You got it, mom and dad." Yeah, and we had all sorts of good stuff from the fair, including one of the best churros I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
And if the fairs are the master of battered, deep fried, coated in sugar,
Just
regardless
lodge
of what it
something
is,
in your artery and eliminate the middleman, really, is what you're saying. Yeah.
just wedge it in there.
Just
But
do
yeah,
that. Save everybody some time. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our sponsors, Thirdzy, thirdzy.com. TEF is the code. Save 20%. And Balance of Nature, balanceofnature.com. TEF is the code. 35% off and a free tub of their fiber and spice supplements. So it's good stuff, man. Thank both those organizations for working with us. Great people with really good products. We'll do the same thing next week for the men. Buy or sell. Trying to line up a guest. I don't know if we will be able to or
We
not.
got it.
We do.
We do. We
Locked
got it.
in.
All right. We will
A little thunder from down unders
Ooh.
joining us.
All
on the
right.
show.
That's a good hint. All right.
Mhm.
That is going to do it, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much for joining us. For Lauren Khalil and Tommy Marquez, I'm Sean Woodland. Take care of each other. Be better. And we'll talk to you guys next time.